All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. PITW with Ahaya, meaning peace in the wilderness with the I am that I am. All right. Sister Deborah is coming with a message, and I'm not going to be on here long, but I feel so compelled to bring this word to you. And I hope it will fit into your spiritual backpack. I hope you have room for it in your spiritual backpack. I did a lot of verses and studying and just listening to the Most High Yah. And then I heard him say to me, speak that word, Deborah. And what he's meaning is you don't have to go here and there. It's in you. Speak it. Speak that word. Okay. So that's why I was explaining to many of you all throughout the times I've been on here. The word is separate from the words. Okay. He that is in you is the word. Okay. He that's on the outside of you is the words. Okay. So when the word clams on top of the words, then that's when you get the full impact of who he is as far as the anointed one. Okay. And this is why I have said time after time after time that the messages that I bring forth, you're not going to hear it in the church or a sanctuary, in the temple, in a congregation. You're not going to hear it. You see, because when you hear it, you don't understand. Many don't understand. I'm not going to say you don't. Many don't understand. It is spirit and it is truth. It is the word with light. Okay. There was spoken in time past that the time will come when the true worshipers shall worship in spirit and in truth. And the time shall come when knowledge shall increase. Now, it's not the knowledge of man-made in the world. You see, their knowledge is booming. Yah's knowledge is greater. Why? Because he is the knowledge of the power of the both. Okay? See, we down here walking that out, walking things out. He has already wrote everything out while we are walking what he already wrote out. Okay? So the message today is stop trying to belittle Yah. A lot of you all might say that sounds simple, but it sounds kind of corny. It sounds simple, but it sounds kind of corny. But when you look up the word belittle, when you look up a word called belittle, you have to understand it is someone or something that seems unimportant. So when we take out belittle, we are making Yah unimportant. So if you want to really look up and find out, well, what it sounds so basic and then it sounds corny. How can we belittle him? You're doing it every day. 24/24. Knowing and unknowingly, you're doing it. Okay? And you're doing it out of pride, ego, self-centered, self-motivated. This is my life. I do what I want. I got one life to live. In that flesh realm. And also in your spirit realm, do you belittle him? And belittle means someone, it means make someone or something seem unimportant. I'm not the dead prophetess. I'm the living prophetess in this day. I see it. I hear it. It's actually taking place in 99.9 household, in 99.9 closet, which is their spirit within them, trying to make him unimportant. How can somebody create all things be unimportant? I see where you're going with that, Father. He said, speak that thing. How can we make him who created everything on the face of the earth, every cell in your body, everything in you and everything outside of you. Just imagine that. Just take a second, a quickie. He has created. But yet, we belittle him. Belittle means make someone or something less seems unimportant. And being that prophetess on the earth, and not a dead prophet, but a living one, speaking in the year of 2024, you all work very hard making him seem to be unimportant. And when we tell you the truth of the matter, being so, I'm going to tell you because I'm down here with what I'm seeing, with what you're doing. You're doing a hell of a job. You're doing a hell of a job. But Yah is want to speak to someone. He's speaking to someone. He's speaking to the body of Hamashiach. He's speaking to the body of Hamashiach. If you think for 1 minute he's speaking about the serpent seed, he already know that the serpent seed is created to make him seem like he is unimportant. So he's not talking to the serpent seed. He's talking about the body of Hamashiach. Want to belittle him. As if he's not all power. As if he is not the creator. As if he's not the beginning and the end. As if he's not the creator of all grace and mercy. As if everything on earth that has its breath. That's how you live it. So how in the rats behind the body of Hamashiach out here working hard to make people think he's unimportant? That's what belittle is. And he's speaking to the body of Hamashiach. Why? I myself can feel what Yeshua was saying. And that's why Hamashiach had to step in. To make himself known that I'm the one that holds the sword. I am the one that put the division. And if you on my side, get it right. Get it right. Yeshua came with Hamashiach to bring the sword, not to bring peace, but to bring division, to bring something in between the darkness and the light, something between the seed of the serpent and the seed of the spirit. And he knew where he can go to start it all off is in family. Because the body of Hamashiach is messed up from the front up, from the floor up, because it seems to really find pleasure with the serpent seed. The light seems to really be more concerned about the darkness, and their light is dimming out. So Father got a word for you. He's not coming to bring the sword again. You were divided from the kingdom, not from the earth. Don't get caught out there with your pants down. And I'm speaking to the body of Hamashiach because this message is to you. He could care less about the serpent seed. That doesn't mean anything to him. That the serpent seed make him unimportant to people, to individuals, to this world itself. How dare we? Even the serpent seed. But at least we could say that, okay, y'all got his ram in the bush. He got his. But his is seeing more pleasure in darkness than they are in the light in which they were called to. So his sword is Sister Deborah. I'm sending my servant, my mouthpiece to say to the body of Hamashiach, don't stand around and try to make him unimportant and expect him to take you from one level to the next. and expect him to see you as part of the body of Christ when you're going up against the body itself. Everybody wants their part in fame. Everybody wants their part in glory. Everybody wants their part in being something that they are not. But one thing, one individual that you cannot make seem unimportant. That is he that created the beginning to the end. He, the Father, Ahaya, Ahaya. So I speak unto the body of Hamashiach that the Father says to you in this day. He have already separated the wheat from the tare. And seems like the wheat keep running over there in the midst of the tare. As if the wheat wants to play with the tare. So Yah has a word for you, body of Hamashiach. Stop this living as if he ain't the most important individual on the face of the earth and in the kingdom itself and under the earth. He is the most important. I know we want to continue to live and continue to live this way where we can straddle the fence and it's okay. But what I'm saying to you, he says it's not okay because he separates the wheat from the tare. You've been separated by a seal. This is the time where we should be magnifying him, glorifying him, exalting him. Why? That's the only way we're going to get out of here. That's how we're going to get out of here. Just think now. Remember they said in captivity for 400 years in Babylon? We passed 400 years. Are you out? Think now. Think. Are you out? That's why I tell people, you have to understand the way Yah is saying it. Not so much as what books and the mouth of men and women are saying. You have to have the Holy Spirit in you and hear what he has to say overall. Why? Because he is the most important on the face of the earth, in the heavens, and beneath the bottomless pit. He's the only one that's important. He's the number one, and there is no other. So we run our butts around here trying to serve the serpent seed and the spiritual seed and the dark and the light and the one that's born of the flesh and those that are born of the spirit. You're too close to each other. The Most High Yah is saying. He's speaking to the body of Hamashiach. That's why Yeshua Hamashiach had to step in and say, I come and I sin. Woo. He said, I come. This is what he said. I am. Come and I sin. Let you know I can do that. I come and I sin. This was Hamashiach speaking. I come and I sin. A sword. And it's not for peace. Why is that so harsh? Because he was telling it to Yeshua HaMashiach, which is HaMashiach, is the Father himself. He was speaking, I am come to bring the sword. And I sin the sword. The sword is always using to divide darkness from light. The serpent seed from the spiritual seed. He that is born of the flesh from he that is born of the spirit. So he's saying even today it has been separated. Why are you feeling the need to make the serpent seed and darkness and those that are born of the flesh think that I am unimportant when I am the most important thing and entity and being, not being, but entity in the heavens, on the earth and beneath the earth. While everybody running around here trying to make it look like it's about everything else outside of him. We know we are in those end days, you guys. We are in the end days. We are in the days of darkness. We are in the day of wrath, judgment, fierce destruction. And while you in that day, don't forget who created the day. Who built the day? Who created it? But yet, you want to make him unimportant so you can wobble in the things of darkness, in the ways of the flesh. You're trying to draw near to the tare, and he didn't separate the tare from the wheat, and you still going over there wheat to play in the pin yard or the yard with the tare. It's time. It's been time. Don't and one of us think we're going to get out of here without suffering. Whether you are the serpent seed or you are the light or the spirit. But I come to tell those that are of the spirit, you're going to already feel with the darkness and with the serpent seed and those that are of the flesh. You're going to feel that, what they feel. They're going to feel it and you're going to feel it. But it's going to hit you harder because you ain't got no business over in their yard feeling them. And then make the Most High and you try to belittle him. Belittle means make someone or something seems unimportant. Oh, he's not important, so we can play in the yard with the tare. He's not important, so we can mingle with those that are born of the flesh. Oh, it ain't important, y'all. We can hang out with the darkness. That's what they're teaching in the church, the synagogue, the temples. That all is well. He's not important. It's what we want to do, what we want to say, and how we want to conduct ourselves is all important to us. So understand, stop, body of Hamashiach, right now. Said the Most High Yah. See, I can't see who you are as in numbers. I can't see who you are as a distance, as a multitude. But he sees you as a multitude. Straddling the fence. You have no business on the other side. And you're going to find that out when the sword is going to be added. See, that sword is going to be added to his wrath. That sword is going to be added to his judgment. You know why? Because it's going to send you a sign. Get your butt on the other side of the fence. What you doing on this side? What are you doing on this side? Get on the other side. Even in the midst of your suffering. You're going to feel that. So I, Sister Deborah, send this message out there to the body of Hamashiach, those that are born of the Spirit. Get on the right side and stop trying to belittle him. Make the world think he's unimportant to us when he is the most important in the heavens, on the earth, and in the bottomless pit. He's still the number one. And he don't need you nor I to make him the most important entity that ever exists and shall exist. Infinity. He's the creator. He's the great one. He's the excellent one. He's the perfect one. He's the all-knowing one. He's the all-power. He's that one that holds grace and mercy in one hand. He's the one that has that kindness, that give and gave. And how dare you make who he is lesser than anything on the earth, lesser than anything in the heaven, lesser than anything beneath the bottomless pit, when he's the number one. He is all that and some. It's enough that everybody is pulling up with these dark gods out of their own nation. They building gods, which is idols. And it's okay. If they serpent seed, they all good, y'all. They all well. What are you pulling up with? That's all I see as a prophetess on this earth. A student of the Ruach HaKodesh. In the wilderness am I taught. That's all I see. Is all these different gods pulling up out of nowhere. Ancient Egypt gods and all these African gods, all these different gods are pulling up big time. And we sitting around, already been separated from the terror. We sitting our tails around trying to belittle him by making him not important or making it seem like he's not important. As long as we save, we got spirit and truth. We got the light. We say we got the Ruach HaKodesh. No, baby, you ain't got nothing because you're nothing without him. That's how important he is. And that's how important you need to make him. You need to make him that way on your job, in your community, in the places where you worship, in your family, among your friends. They shall see the glory that's on you that represent the Most High Yah. But I bet you can go around them. They don't know you from. They don't know what is in you. You seem like you the terror, like they are the terror. That you have to let that light shine, you guys. The light is not in your right hand for it to be covered up and not shine, y'all. It's supposed to shine wherever you go. Even the stranger's supposed to know that you got the light on you. I told y'all so many times in my life, individual that's totally strange, I ain't never met, a male and female, will walk up to me, ma'am, you got a light on you. You got a light about yourself. All different nationalities, I've heard that from you guys. And I don't be expecting it. Because I never know when the light of the great light in me is shining out of me like that. Only Yah himself can do that. That's why I tell you, he the only one can go in and pull out and go in and pull out and still be in and out at the same time. Even when he pulled out, he's still in. You see? That's the one we should be telling the world that's the most important. But us in the body of Hamashiach, we're running away from everything that is righteous. Everything that has to do with the Most High Yah, we don't want no part in it. Because we're so busy trying to straddle the fence, trying to be on both sides at the same time. All that's I'm going to tell you what he told me it's going to do. It's going to bring you great sorrow, great pain, great heartache before you get up out of here. So you're setting your own pace or your own judgment and your own level of measurement or how you're going to receive the wrath of Yah. See, a lot of people thinking they just so focused is on him coming to get him out. No, Yah so just in the way he do things. He ain't got us still here to be worried about how he gonna and what day he gonna get us out. He got us still here because we should have been doing something while we're here. 400, we passed 400 years. We said we are the truth, spirit, and truth. We said we are the light. We said we are the body of Hamashiach. We say we have the Ruach HaKodesh, but our light is not shining. So that the world may see that, wait a minute. We can see he that controls and own and rule and have dominion over all things. We can see his people. But why they people don't see you? It's because you blend in with the darkness. And Yah said the sword is coming again, but it's coming in word to divide you, to tell you, get away from, separate yourself. Separating yourself does not mean you can't talk to people, you can't commune or go around people. He says separate yourself as if every time you go around the terror, every time you go around the serpent seed, your head is supposed to be high, your shoulders set back, and you're supposed to also speak things to let the serpent seed be full aware that I still got him in me. I have the light with me. And even if you don't say nothing, don't let them say something to put out your light. And then you got your mouth quiet because you're afraid to say something because you want the darkness to always get the upper hand. People don't even understand his whole idea we were supposed to be the light that set upon a hill. Now, what happened? We never reached that destiny. But guess what? That's the whole idea of the hill on Mount Zion. That's why all the nations going to see our light on Mount Zion. Because only way they're going to see it, because he's going to be in the midst. He's going to, all the things he's going to do on Mount Zion is what's going to allow the whole world, you guys, the whole world, all nations going to look up and see that light. When we were, who's the light? We were the lowercase light. We were the people who were supposed to come into different nations and tell them about how Yah and who we represent. We were the people. We were the body of Hamashiach. Do you know, even to today, we're supposed to stand firm. Yah is pouring out knowledge to us so we can stand firm. Stand with the light in our right hand. Speak on spirit and truth. But no, what we want to do, we want to mingle with the darkness. We want to mingle with the serpent seed so that they would never know who you represent. Because you are belittling he that should be known. Put up on a pedestal. He's the creator. Even all the gods that everybody pulling up with, guess what, y'all? He's above them. So why are you that's in the body of Hamashiach not taking your righteous place? Representing him instead of belittling him. You belittle him when you put him on the back burner and say, I can just mingle with any and everybody. I can be in this and this. I can do it they way, they. I can just talk, they talk, walk, they talk, walk. But still, I know I'm going because I'm over here. You're mingling with the serpent seed. You're mingling with he that is born of the flesh. If you are born of the spirit, you're taking the ruach in you in places and in areas of the world and in a sense, forcing him while he in you to mingle with the world in a way that the world don't care for him. You got these holidays coming up. I want to share something with you all so you all won't be too ignorant. Because what I look at when I'm the prophetess in the wilderness, I'm looking at the world, and the world is ignorant as well. Holidays don't make you, nor will it break you. Holidays don't serve the spirit. Holidays serves the flesh. So when you hear all these people talking about pagan holidays, Hebrew Israelite got more pagan holidays than the world itself. So that's what I'm saying. You have to use your spirit to make decisions. You can be a gift to someone come Christmas, as the world call it. How? Sit in the midst of them, represent the light, and share the light. Oh, no, I can't go around them because they did. Yeah, they that and they this. But you're speaking of the holidays. See, Yah is not going to take an individual based on how he served holidays. Why? Because before there was holidays, he was. He is. So therefore, before any holiday exists, you was either already written in the Lamb Book of Life or you was written in the books to the lake of hell. Now, where is the holidays in the kingdom? Somebody need to tell me. Did you think he based it on the holidays and the pagan days that's on the earth? No, y'all did not base your predestined position on the holidays on the earth. Israel ain't never served the Father based on any spiritual holidays that represent Yah. Yah, matter of fact, said he even hate their feast days. What do you mean, Father Yah? He said, Deborah, I even warned them it's going to be like the days of Noah and the days of Lot. What were they doing? Feasting. Holidays, drinking, in the name of who? The Most High Yah. Those are serpent seeds. Role playing it. So all the time, go back to the kingdom and check with the kingdom in how you conduct yourselves. You don't have to ever serve a holiday. You don't have to ever serve a feast day, a pagan day, or a feast day, or a day that the tradition of Hebrew Israelites. Why? Because they ain't never followed your father. So don't think because they followed him in the land of their captives as they say they followed him, and they spraddling the fence at the same time, looking more like the serpent seed. Don't think because they Hebrew Israelites doing feasts and doing all that, they doing the same thing the world doing. Celebrating. What do the Father called it? Feasting, eating, and drinking. Why is that concern? Why would that be a warning to us that in the end days they're going to be feasting, eating, drinking? Don't we supposed to eat? Don't we supposed to drink? I know it's talking about something else wicked, y'all. It's telling us those simple things that we take for granted. Oh, I hear it ain't saying nothing that they're going to be doing that. That's what you're doing. Because the Hebrew Israelite is doing the same thing the world doing. Their feast days and these days that they are coming together and fellowshipping, they are all pagan days. Why? Because they serve the flesh, you guys. Y'all gets no glory. Oh, praise the mighty Yah. Praise the mighty Yah. Where is his glory in them? Feasting and eating. Where do he get? He said, Yeshua said, it is written that we don't live on bread alone, but every word that proceed out of the mouth of Yah. What are they doing? Eating and drinking. And you best bet that drinking ain't what you think. And that eating ain't what you think. Because it's not representing Yah, it's representing their flesh. It's no different than the pagan holidays. The pagan holidays really kind of geared around wicked and evil. That's their pagan holidays. And people try to make wrong right and right wrong. But where can you go? Go within yourself and be about Yah and what he's about, no matter what you do. But if the one thing I'm going to tell you, the Hebrew Israelite is stuck up from the floor up. That's why they're the worstest people, because he's going to turn around and take he going to look down. He already looked down. He's going to take the worst of the worst out of the earth. Like he was in the heavens. Watch this here. Watch this here. When he was in the heavens, he looked down and saw the worst of the worst and come to bring them out of the captivity and claim them for his own. Did he know they was the worst of the worst? You know why I know they the worst of the worst? Because I said, why would you claim them? They ain't never done nothing right for you. They ain't never represent you. Matter of fact, they did the opposite of who you stand for. So why did you? Now I know, 64 years old, I know why. Because he's looking down on the earth from the beginning of Genesis all the way until the end, even to the day he take us up out of here. He looked down on the earth and got the worst of the worst and brought them up and put them on what? On glory with him, and told the world, look, y'all, look what's up here. And the world began to see. Saying, no, that can't be. That's what blew their mind. It blew the world's mind to the point other nations start worshiping, exalting the Most High Yah. You took the worst of the worst up out of the earth and you put them on high. Judah and Israel have no idea of who they are. They have no idea. What they think they are the just. They think they are the righteous. They think they are the upright. They don't even have no idea you're the opposite of that. And that's why he chose you. Because the question I asked him, let me show you how he had to shut me down. Back in Egypt, it talks about Israel in bondage of Pharaoh. And I heard it said that, wait a minute, you heard the cries come up to heaven. Wait a minute, hold up. You heard the cries from the heaven and that's how you came to deliver them? Yeah, Deborah, I heard they cried. They cries went up to the kingdom, y'all. And they had no idea before the foundation of the world, y'all had already seen their ugly tails. But yet, He heard they cries still, and yet he heard they cries because he already know they was an ugly people. Now he knows that in the ugly people are his people. And a lot of y'all don't understand that. In a people is Yah's people. See, you got the spiritual bloodline and you got the flesh bloodline. You have to understand in the spirit realm where the Ruach teaches you that there's a difference. So he heard their cries and he came down to bring them out. Why do y'all think he was hardening Pharaoh's heart? Because Pharaoh would have let him go. Why? Because Pharaoh loved Moses. He looked up to Moses. So y'all said, I got to keep him from letting them go so they can see me, Deborah. Hey, here I am. I'm going to do this to them so y'all can see my power. Y'all been trying to show his power to us since the beginning of time. Israel and Judah is the last nation of people that will see the power of Yah and give him the glory and salute him therein. They're the last people on the earth. Even though the other people believe in Satan, even though the other people are Satan's seed, Israel and Judah is no different. They don't even understand that you are a ugly people and you show that you are a ugly people. But what do he got inside this ugly people? He got his spiritual bloodline. What do you mean, Deborah? Those that are born of the Spirit. Those that are of the woman's seed, which is the spiritual seed. Those that are of the light. And in spite of how they continue to run to that darkness and mingle with it, they still are the spiritual seed. That's how David got away with killing. David didn't just kill set this lady, this woman husband up. He also killed his one of the captains of his army. But he was the spiritual seed. See, that's what a lot of the world don't have no understanding in. Nor do those that say they are of the light, because they don't give him the glory, the honor, the praise. They so busy belittling him, making him seem like he's not even important, not making people see him not being important. Now here he is, hearing the cries of Israel. I'm like saying, well, why are you hardening Pharaoh's heart? Why are you doing that? I'm telling y'all, I'm so grateful that he's my teacher. Because I asked some powerful questions. And I remember he told me when I was 18, he said, I'm going to have to teach you. You ask questions no man on the earth can answer. When he said that to my spirit, I thought that was funny. I really did, y'all. Because I'm like saying, well, why are you hardening Pharaoh's heart? So he won't let the people go. Didn't you come down here to bring them out? But he wanted them to see his power. Do you all know today, the year of 2024, we run our tails around talking about the first exit or and how it's going to be in the second exit? Do you know when you read that, you'll see we didn't have no respect for it then, and we don't have no respect for it now. Why? Because we are a ugly people. We are a ugly nation. Only one don't know it is us. We've been ugly because we never really gripped the fact that we was dispersed all over to the four corners. But where did we come from? A land floating with milk and honey, the richest land on the face of the earth. We were in need for nothing. And God's glory was in the midst. So you see what I'm saying? Even that couldn't tame our ugly self. That's why we so ugly today. And we run around here saying, they bothering us. They doing this, they doing that. Because you never saw you. You only see them. So here he is coming down to bring them out. My next question to him was, wait a minute. Okay, you want them to see? They ain't gonna see. They ain't seen. Get them over to the promised land. Now, you would think if he brought them through out of Egypt and taking them to the wilderness and parted the sea and they walked on dry land, drown the soldiers of Pharaoh, you would think these people would get over here and really say, well, wait a minute, there is truly he that we've been crying out to. So who was those ones? And I'm going to tell you how crazy I am. Okay, Father, who was that crying to where their cries reached the heaven? Who was that? Who was that crying that their cries reached the heaven? But that they have no heart for you. I don't get it. It just didn't make sense. Because I got a ram in the bush always. Just because they are not into me, mine will only be into me. That's going back. When he said he's going to take out a small remnant, even when they went into the wilderness, he already knew he only had a small remnant. See? And we run around here thinking he's taking the whole monsters of us. No, he ain't. And he's not obligated because he is the one. You see? From the heavens to the earth, to the bottomless of the earth, he is the only one. So when he gets them over there, and I'm like, saying, wait a minute, hold up. This don't make no sense. None of it makes sense to me. Y'all, let me tell you, the way this Ruach taught me, none of it makes sense. And that's what keep me challenging the questions and the teaching and the way people have taught people for all these years. Because my question to him was, hold up. These people was cutting up from the floor up in the wilderness. But didn't you know they were? Didn't you know they were ugly like this when you chose them? You see what I'm saying? Y'all knew they were ugly before the foundation of the world. But yet he chose them. Like today. We as a nation don't see nothing our nation is doing. We okay everything. We justified, we clarified, and we identified as if somebody done something to us. But if we take away today, the 400 and some odd years, and go back to yesterday, it'll be the same messed up minds. It'll be the same evil spirits. It'll be the same stiff-necked rebellion and disobedient people. Stop lying. Even though it's too late and it's over, you're going to continue to lie. Because you live and you die on lies, deception, manipulation, because that's the only way you can survive, by the lie. So I'm like saying, okay, did you know that they was that bad? You had to have. That's me telling it to the Father. You took them out and all that you showed them the miracles and signs. And you mean to tell me all those plagues you put on Pharaoh and you brought them through the ocean, the ocean, and you split it up. They came on dry land. And you mean to tell me they get to the other side, which is the promised land, and they began to want their idol God that they had when they was in. See, Pharaoh, it wasn't that Pharaoh was doing anything to them. They was rotting in the midst of Pharaoh and them. See, that's what a lot of people don't understand. And especially the house of Israel and the tribe of Judah, especially Judah. He was supposed to have been the brightest light amongst Israel. But he has shown the greatest evil amongst Israel. Oh, yes, Judah have. Okay? So I'm like saying, when these things you knew already. So now when he come to teaching me about and the nations and the nations going to know, and the heathens going to know. I turned to the Father. I said, wait a minute, hold up, this is going too deep. Why are you concerned about the heathens and the other nations going to know? All up in Ezekiel and Jeremiah and Isaiah, you keep saying about the other nations going to know, all the heathens going to know. Why is it important that they rotten tails know? They don't even believe in you, but you still caught up in they going to know. They going to know because when they see y'all take an ugly people off the earth and put their ugly tail on Mount Zion and clean their tails up, then not only do the Gentiles and the other nation, but the heathens are going to know that I am. It's only when he convert something. And I embrace and salute the fact that when he convert the worst of the worst on that Mount Zion, is when the world are going to see that he is the I am that he is. But he got to show something to them. He got to reveal something to the world. He got to take something out of the world, place it up on his glory, and reorchestrate it. And then the world is going to look up and say, truly, there is a God higher than our God. And it is said that they're going to exalt him. That's on Mount Zion. They're going to praise him. They're going to glorify him. I said, wait a minute. The heathens, the Gentiles, and other nations? Yes, Deborah. Why? Because he did the most powerful thing that ever been done on the earth. He took the ugliest people out. And returned them inside out and outside in and placed them in his glory on Mount Zion. And the world says, wait a minute. He didn't. Wait. Oh, no. Woo! There is a Yah greater than our God. We must worship him. We must exalt him. We must praise him. If he's going to take these people out and take them up there, clean them up, what they doing up there? Oh no, y'all, he's the I am, y'all. He's the I am. That's what it's all about. And Israel and Judah has no idea. You're just a token to clean up for his glory, his honor, and his praise that he's going to receive from all the world. You're the token he's going to clean up because you've been a hot mess since the beginning, and the world has embraced you, and you'd embrace yourself to be all that and some. You need to see your ugliness. You need to see who you are in the mirror. And I speak this way because the body of Hamashiach that is of Judah, that is of Israel, those that are in the body of Hamashiach, you are the ones that's over here straddling the fence. You are the ones that's over here clowning in such a midnight hour. When you should supposed to be on the right side, you over there in the left side, bothering in the darkness, bothering in the serpent seat, mingling on the other side. And when we tell you how you're doing, you're belittling the Most High Yah, because you're supposed to have your butt in the body of Hamashiach, doing the work of the body of Hamashiach. I sit back and I see several of these young black men trying to come together for unity and come together to work in the black community. I'm starting to hear them say, and I'm so glad. I am so glad, because these guys seem like they got the right heart to want to bring black men together and work with them and black families, and so we can stop all this. But these guys really they really want to go in that area. But guess what? They decided, and they're coming to the full conclusion. There's no help for people. See, they didn't know that. They still trying, but they said it seems like there's no help for us as a people, because we are more against each other as enemies than the world itself. And that's another thing that Judah has not owned up to. You are your worstest enemy. You're the one that tears yourself down. Nobody broke your home up but you. You did that. Nobody wants to own that thing, because this is an ugly people. And the only way the glory is going to be set is when Yah clean their nasty tails up and put them on Mount Zion and let the world see. Look what I got up here, Yah. The world going to cut up. They going to cut up. They going to even be someone to start war. They going to cut up because they, in their mind, no. How did they get there? How did they become the glory? How did that place become the glory and has the light? They gonna know that the light is in the midst of Mount Zion. They gonna know that, and they gonna wonder why them? Wait a minute, hold up, not them. That's the problem they gonna have with them. because we as a people never showed anything on the earth to be positive. But yet we always kept boasting and boosting the idea that someone is doing something to us without facing what we have done to ourselves. We blamed everybody else. So this is why we as a people are still in past 400 years. Yes, you passed 400 years and you never checked. See, you never checked the Hebrew Israelite whole theory, 400 years. You still ain't out. Y'all got some things he still is doing in his will. And I will guarantee each and every last one of you all belittling the Most High Yah, meaning making him unimportant or making him seem he's not important, but you are. Your nasty, ugly self is all important, but he ain't. Because if you are the body of Hamashiach, the world should know that you are down here representing the Most High Yah. You can't really see it. Why? Because all those ones that's portraying they are the light, they are portraying that they're spirit and truth, they're portraying that the Ruach is in them, the Holy Spirit is in them. It's not. You see? That's why you can't see the light. Because you ain't got real light out there that you can see that represent and exalt the Most High Yah. It's not out there. So I, Sister Deborah, would say, belittling the Most High Yah means to make it seem like he's not important when he is the most important on the face of the earth. He is the most important on the face of the earth. So I, Sister Deborah, I say again, be careful out here thinking that y'all going to continue to allow you to straddle the fence and allow you to continue to mingle with darkness. Because when you mingle with darkness, it puts out the light that's in you. Nobody wants to represent the light. Nobody wants to even teach spirit and truth. Nobody wants to exalt, magnify, glorify the only one and the I am himself. We want to hang out with the terror, and the terror and the wheat has already been separated. That's also a form of division, bringing the sword between it. He's already done that. But what he's saying to me is those that are in the body of Hamashiach is playing this role as if he is less important. And he does not like that. So I come to tell you what he said. He does not care for the fact that you are the body of Hamashiach and you are mingling with the serpent seed, with darkness. And in the process of it, you turned and made him seem unimportant. That's what belittle means. And I, Sister Deborah, I hope that you got something out of it and you use it, put it, and you can, I hope you have room in your backpack. Put it in there. Because these words are spirit and truth with the light in the right hand. So I say unto you, shalom and shalom.